Hey everybody, Blaine Austin here at Sewing Machines Plus, and welcome to our Thursday live show. Hey, we've got a great show for you today. We got a special guest, don't we, Kyle?
Yes, we do.
We got a special guest. Everybody say hi to Kyle. He's in here. He don't have a camera on him this morning, but Kyle's got his mic. Well, hey, I'm glad to see everybody. It seems like it's been a month since I've been here, Kyle.
I know, right? You've been traveling all of August, it seems like.
I really have been on the road for like 3 weeks.
But you're getting a lot of good information from all of
I got some really good stuff for y'all. I've been
yeah.
working hard. But yeah, it's been a whirlwind. I went to New York to Brother. They have like a little mini convention, and I went there and got to see a lot of y'all's favorite people there as well. Man, a bunch of them. Got to see, Sarah Betzer, Cindy Hogan, Angela Wolf, bunch of all the educators pretty much were there. And that was a lot of fun. And then I flew from New York. This is what's crazy. So I flew from New York to St. Louis, changed planes, flew from St. Louis
to New York, right?
No, back to
Jersey.
No, I came here, back to San Diego.
Oh, yeah.
Was here.
And then back to Jersey.
Yeah, 2 days. And then went back to St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
So I went back to St. Louis to Baby Lock Tech. And then I left Baby Lock Tech and went to Charlotte, North Carolina. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about is my little trip to Charlotte, and get to tell everybody a secret surprise that we're going to talk about. Yeah, so I've been a whirlwind. Got a lot of great information. But one of the things I wanted to do before we get started, I want to say a big shout out to some of the SMP Nation watching today. And we have Jill Sweet watching out there. And really, Kyle?
This is going to be a tough one.
This is a tough one. Yeah. Kyle picked the hardest names
for me
to pronounce.
And we're sorry beforehand, Cynthia.
All right, Cynthia Barskewski.
I think that was pretty good, actually. Yeah.
So Cynthia, chime in and tell me if I got close.
Yeah.
Barskewski. And then we have Roxanne Sexton. We have Angie Gotchkiss, Terry Jo Benson, and we have DB out there. DB.
DB.
D-D-E-E-B.
D.
Right? So DB.
That's right.
Well, good afternoon, good morning to all of y'all, depending on where you're at. And so, see, Chris is saying what?
Chris Cabana. I like that name.
Chris Cabana?
Yeah.
What did they say?
Looking forward to SewFest.
Well, speaking of SewFest, I'm looking forward to SewFest too. So guess what, y'all? SewFest is Monday. It starts Monday next week. We're going to be here all week long, starting Monday all the way through Friday. We're going to be streaming live on about 8 different platforms, but I recommend y'all to come and watch on YouTube if you can. But we'll be on Facebook, we'll be on Twitter, Instagram, all the different ones, Twitch, whatever it's called, all those different ones. I think 8 different ones we'll be streaming on. So y'all make sure y'all tune in because we have a great show for you. Unbelievable show. And you know what? While we're talking about this, I just want to bring in our surprise guest. So y'all welcome our surprise guest.
Bam.
Hi. Hey, Blaine. Hey, I see all of SMP Nation here. I see the Wolf Pack. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. You made my day.
Well, good. Thank you for stopping in. And I know you and I got to see each other. I guess it was 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember now in New Jersey. And we didn't really get to spend hardly any time. We did a little video, which we haven't put that out yet. We're going to get that put out. But you were so busy. Oh, my gosh. You were running around doing all these video shoots. I don't know how you did it, Angela.
Oh, my gosh. We were kind of joking. So you flew right from there. You had a lot going on. I went straight to a fishing tournament, which we won. That was the last one of the year. I must have had good mojo. My husband said, how did it go? I said, it felt like Groundhog Day by the end of the day. I knew, after 38 live shows, you're like, I think I said the same thing. I tried to change it a little bit, but I don't know. It was a lot. I'm glad you were first, Blaine. You were first. I was nice.
I was smart about that. I was like, I know Angela's going to be very popular. All the dealers are going to be wanting to do videos. So I'm going to sign up real early in the morning so I can get her first.
Smart. Very smart. Plus, it made my day. There was a lot of fun, exciting things there, wouldn't you say? I mean, the new Avenier has created a lot of buzz, and it's pretty exciting. And I think people have only seen a touch of what it can do. In fact, I know they've only seen a touch.
Well, it is, and it's kind of one of those things. It's not quite ready yet. Brother's still working on the firmware. The machines are done, but the firmware, it's a new Android platform that are for this thing, and so they're still working, getting all the firmware done, and so it's kind of put a little bit of delay on it. So we're hoping we're going to be delivering those to customers in December. But I'm telling you all, we just had this past Saturday, Angela. We had a new product launch party at our retail store in San Marcos. Had 60 ladies came. It was a huge party, and everybody got to see the new machine. We actually have the new Brother Avenier in the store so they could see it, and so it's pretty incredible. And we're pretty pumped about it. And we're taking deposits. So if anybody hasn't got theirs yet, they can still go into any Brother retail store. They can pay a deposit, get their order. We're doing it here, and I even put it out there, Angela. If anybody wants to come in, I've got a big, event that we're going to be doing. If anybody wants to come in for that event, I'll pay their airfare if they buy the new machine.
Wow, that's a heck of a deal. I heard your party last weekend was amazing. The feedback was great. I saw the little people like, which one are you buying? That was pretty cool. You're flying them out there. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So I got one announcement to make. So we were doing what we call a top of the line event. It's called Stitch and Switch. And kind of what that means is you're going to come in. We have 6 different brands of machines, all top of the line machines. And you will sew 6 projects, and you'll use each one of those top of the line machines. So after the first project, you rotate and go to another table with a different brand of machine. So you get to test drive the best of the best. And so if you buy that machine at that event, I'll pay for your airfare if you fly in. But we did have to change the dates, Angela, because of the delay with Brother and Baby Like both machines. It was going to be November 15th and 16th. Now we've changed it to February, and we've had to add a date because the first one sold out. So now it's February the 12th, 13th, the first event, and then 14th and 15th are the second event. And so if anybody wants to fly out here and do that, I'll pay your airfare if you buy a machine. And we'll have all the top of the line machines there. We're going to have great specials, and we'll also do trade-ins for them as well. So if somebody has, the last year's model, they want to trade in for this brand new machine, we'll do that.
There was a lot of chatter of people who are still maybe still have the Quattro, which they still love, which I still have mine. That was my first embroidery machine. And a lot of people said, I want to wait to see what's being traded in because they weren't quite ready for the price point of a brand new machine. So you're going to probably have a lot of good deals on that too. So I think everyone should keep that in mind. Once the trade-ins come, that's how I got my first machine. I bought a floor model, not from you. I didn't know you at that time. That was in 1997. But I bought a floor model. That was one of my first nicer machines. And I ran my business on that for many years. And I got a great deal because it was used.
Well, we've got a lot of trade-ins are going to be coming probably in December. And we're going to have some really good, specials on Solaris's, Luminaires, and even some of the previous models of either one of those machines, and even Bernina's. Bernina's got the brand new 990 out as well, and it's been really popular. And so it's just every manufacturer's up their game, and the machines they have out now are just incredible.
They really are. And I just was talking to someone with Brother last week, and they said with all of the Luminaires, a lot of being traded in. And some of the people that are buying the used ones, they're like, can I still get the masterclass that I put together? This also included the Stellaire. So they've allowed the dealers to carry that now. So when they purchase one of the used ones, they can also snag up that class. And I'm sure I said snag because you always have a heck of a deals.
Yeah. We're going to do some special stuff too for the trade-ins. I mean, we're going to actually basically give you a full warranty on a trade-in. Like if you buy a trade-in model from us, it'll have a full warranty on it. We do a lot of special things to ensure that you've got confidence in buying those machines. And as you know, sometimes you get a brand new machine, you never know. It's like a car, something could go wrong. But a used machine, it's been well tested and tried and true. And I have a lot of confidence in buying any kind of used product usually.
I do too. In fact, I do that with cars because then they can get all of the kinks out.
Yeah.
Like 2 years old, it's perfect.
Yeah, But you know, these new machines, like, you know, I tell everybody, if you want every bell and whistle, the latest and greatest technology, this machine is awesome. And I know you know this machine extremely well because you've had the machine probably longer than anybody else because you had to do a lot of things special for it. And one of them is the designs.
That I'm so excited for this. So first of all, I did another masterclass for this one, which is included with the machine. This one has 21 chapters. So there's a ton of videos, Blaine, walking them through. I didn't take for granted that they went from a luminaire up. I took it like as in it was their first embroidery machine. So it takes you from setting up the machine through a ton of projects, from quilting, sewing, tapering stitches, embroidery, you name it. You're going to have a lot of fun watching those from the comfort of your house. And then you can go over to Blaine's shop and take classes. But so that's one of the things. But the newest one is the embroidery designs, which I'm wearing one right now. This was pretty exciting. So there are 11 large designs. So there's basically 4 collections of embroidery. I have the rose collection. Let me see. I think I have one right up here for you, Blaine. This is 2 of the collections. You can see the bigger hoop that's out there. And basically there's 11 designs, big ones, and then there's a bunch of little ones. So you can piece it together. So there's the lily collection, which I'm wearing here. I also have the rose collection, which you can see behind me. There's the hummingbird collection, and then the bohemian one. And I'm teasing a little bit each week. So these are only 2 I'm sharing at this point. And then next week I'll share some more. It's a lot of fun. So these designs, Blaine, now you don't have to do it on tulle. It looks great on a tablecloth or a pillow, anything like that. But you know what else we did? When I was working on this, brother said, hey, what threads do you want to use? Because there's a lot of threads in these designs. Now I said, okay, great. So I have them right here for you. Look at that, Blaine. Like every color of the rainbow. You know, can you guess the 2 colors I don't have in there? I'll let you guess, Blaine.
Periwinkle and neon green.
Oh no, that's too boring. Well, actually, I'm sure I have both of those. The 2 that I did not include is white or black because everybody has that in their studio. And I know
I almost said white or black, but I thought, no, that's too obvious.
That was it. So there's so many different colors. And you know what else I included? Because I was allowed to have 50 colors. And a few of the colors, maybe you don't want the red roses like the shirt behind me. Maybe you want pink ones. So there's a whole selection of pink for the pink roses. And then also the hummingbirds. That is a beautiful collection. And then the lilies, maybe you don't like purple and you'd prefer orange. So there's an orange palette in there too. So there's a lot. And I was showing everyone. So Blaine, if you look close at this, make sure I bring the right one up here. I embroidered so many different designs, and I was joking with the wolf pack last week. Look at how much thread is left on that. So this was, and my mom was laughing about this because I told them how many mistakes I made. So while I was digitizing this and creating this, the funny part of this is I didn't know how much thread I was going to use. And there's that much left after embroidering 2 sleeves for the dress that you saw at the event, 2 sections for the waist of the dress, and then another 2 that I screwed up on, which we don't need to talk about. Except I will say when you're embroidering, make sure you tighten that hoop really good, especially when you got a big one, because when it pops, there it goes.
You know, speaking of that dress, you know, Michelle was with me and we were walking around and she goes, oh my gosh, I love that dress. And I immediately said, Angela Wolf did that. And so I asked you about that and you said,
that was like the first thing. I'm like, hey, Blaine, hey, Michelle. He's not even like, hi. He said, did you do that dress? You knew it. You know me well.
I knew it because I just know your style. And I saw the sleeves on that dress and it was a wedding dress. And I was like, that has your touch all over it. And so Michelle's like, you were right. You know, she loved that thing. And so it was beautiful. I wish I should have taken a picture of that so I could show it. It was just awesome.
You know what? I did take a picture and I have the video already. I'll post it on my Instagram this afternoon. So if anybody wants to see it, my Instagram is Angela Wolf Fashion. So I'll put it on there.
And anybody can find you. Just go to angelawolf.com if y'all want something really easy. And you can see all of Angela's social media channels, but go to Instagram. And she's going to be able to show that. That'd be awesome if you did that, Angela.
I'll add it this afternoon. You know, actually, that makes me think of what I have right underneath my feet here, Blaine, from you that you're giving away. Let's see if I can do it without ripping my sleeves this time. Wrong side.
There
This
you go.
arrived at my studio, and I was like, I already have one of these. Where did this come from? And I totally forgot that you were sending it. I didn't forget, but it's not for me, guys. It's for you. So Blaine, this is something else you've done amazing for the Wolf Pack, for myself, starting Fabric to Fashion, being a major sponsor of it. And that channel is actually transitioning into a bigger channel. And I just heard from them this morning, because everyone's waiting patiently for part 2 of Fabric to Fashion that you're on and you're sponsoring. So you remember when you let Kennedy and I host your show for 2 days while you were out?
Yes.
Okay, so we had a lot of fun. And one of the things I came up with, I had texted Kennedy in that morning. I said, let's do a selfie contest where you have to take a photo of yourself watching SMP Nation. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. I still go back and look at the photos because I don't know. I had a few favorites that it was a random winner, but I don't know. The horses, did you ever see these pictures? The snakes. They were all Oh my goodness. We have to let Blaine know about this. They were fantastic. So for Fabric to Fashion,
about the contest. I haven't seen the pictures.
Oh, they're amazing. And your SMP Nation is so creative. I mean, somebody was at the pool. Somebody was working on some power lines, and they were taking a photo and thinking, oh my gosh, sending good vibes. So we decided to do that for Fabric to Fashion. Now we're waiting patiently for part 2 to come out until the TV channel transitions. But the good news is now everybody still has time to enter that. So let me give them a quick rundown of what they have to do.
Yes, of course.
Basically what I just said, you have to take a selfie of yourself watching Fabric to Fashion. It could be part 1 or the week that part 2 starts, which you still have to wait. I know it's going to be in October. I just don't have the date. We just had an email this morning. But part 1 is on Made It Myself TV. It's a totally free app. You can watch. They have a ton of, I call it the creative channel, like the Netflix. I think that's probably can't say that, but the Netflix of creativity. So take a selfie of yourself watching Made It Myself TV, post it on social media, and use the hashtags that I have listed. So I gave Kyle the link. I put it here. It's also on my website, angelawolf.com. So there's an official entry form that you have to enter. And then there's certain places you have to post this. And you can post every day if you want. It's a random winner, but this is so much fun. And the pictures so far have been so much fun. So just take a selfie of yourself watching, just like maybe like today. So Blaine, that's pretty cool. And the first place comes from Blaine. So whoever wins this will get this new printer from Brother, which I've had a lot of fun with. Blaine, I don't know if you've done anything with this yet, but I have koozies now for all the guys on the boat.
It's pretty awesome. I've got to play with it a little bit. Actually both printers that I'm pretty excited about, both printers that Brother have, the Sublimation and the Print Moda. And, they're just something I think that everybody out there, that if you're into any kind of crafting, I mean, even if you're just a quilter, to make your own fabric is pretty awesome. These are 2 items I think you need in your sewing room for sure.
It's a little addictive. Have you given one to Michelle yet? Because you might end up with, well, like Wynn's birthday's next week, so I can't really tell you everything I made, but he's going to have a lot of things with his face all over it. So that's all I have to say.
Well, everybody that at home probably has a printer, right? Well, the Print Moda, one good thing about the Print Moda is you can use regular paper in it and use it just like your everyday printer, but you can also print fabric. And then the Sublimation printer, oh my gosh, it's just unlimited, all the things you can do. I
just ordered a mug press because I already had a press for the t-shirts, and I did that with the koozies, but I want to have mugs with all of our fishing pictures on it. I mean, of course, not everything has to be fishing, but right now it does. So,
Angela, what's crazy, if you can think back, 30 years ago, transfers were really big. I don't know if you remember that, but you could go to all these t-shirt shops and heat transfers were the thing. And that's kind of how you got, it was, a little bit, maybe even before screen printing was really big. Maybe it was even 40 years ago. I remember I was little, and transfers, everywhere you went, they'd transfer.
They still have that. They still have that. A ton of them in Key West. They still have that. But this is better.
It's so crazy. It's like now that you can do it at home. I mean, you can design anything you want and then use a sublimation printer to make a heat transfer. You can make, mugs. You can do anything you want and put it on something. I just think it's incredible how you can use all that transfer, heat transfer vinyl and doing things with that sublimation. I just think it's pretty awesome.
I love it. By the way, when you use the print Moda, just make sure that when you hit print, you pick the right spot. I don't know if I've told you this before, but I accidentally printed my phone bill, which is really long, onto the roll of fabric. So I saved it. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with that yet, but this year everybody might get their gifts wrapped in my bill.
Yeah, I need to print my water bill just so everybody will freak out and see how much it is out here in California.
Oh, yeah. Use it for wrapping
that
paper.
much on water? Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, let's talk a little bit about SewFest, Angela, because everybody, Angela's going to be on SewFest. So tell us what you're going to do. And actually, you're going to be on twice. You got 2 educational sessions, a part 1 and a part 2. Give us a little sneak peek of what they're going to get to see.
First of all, I have to say I love SewFest. I love all of your festivals, Blaine. They're so much fun, and I feel like I'm hanging out with my sewing family. Of course, I always say the wolf pack, but I know not everybody, has ever met me before, so it's really the sewing nation. But it's so much fun because you have such great tutorials. I just binge watch it in the background because you have great deals. I learn every single time, no matter how much I already know a lot about sewing and embroidery and everything else that you're doing. Quilting, I learn a lot because that one isn't my forte, but I love it. And you have stellar guests. The deals are phenomenal. The giveaways. And by the way, I've been scanning. Have you all been voting for everyone who brought their outfits up? I am a little biased. So Blaine, I can't partake in whoever wins because I have some Wolfpack members in there. And I'm like, they did a good job. But actually, everybody did. So what am I going to be teaching? So I have a fashion sewing club and we meet every other week or twice a month or whatever. And we always do these great pattern hacks. We're usually designing, it's always in the garment side, of course, but I'm going to do a pattern hack using a basic t-shirt pattern and show you a couple cool styles that you can do. That's part 1. And part 2 is going to be tips for sewing with knits. So I kind of took these from my fashion sewing club and from my online class that Blaine has on his website, the Sewing with Knits. I call it the master class because that's kind of the key word nowadays, but it teaches you how to sew with knits with a sewing machine or a serger. So I'll give you some tips for that, hemming, stuff like that. So pattern hack on Thursday, sewing with knits on Friday. And of course, I'll always love your comments and questions. And then if you love that, maybe you want to join the Fashion Sewing Club because we have a lot of fun there. So Blaine, I'm very excited. I saw the list, your lineup. You've got a lot of great guests on there, and I cannot wait to see the different topics.
Yeah, it's I think if I remember correctly, we've got maybe like 50 presenters for the show. It's really big this year. I think it's the biggest SewFest we've ever had as far as how much content we have. It's big. And one of the things I wanted to, you kind of touched on that a little bit about the voting and the contest. I want to just kind of talk a little bit about that, Angela, because this year it's a garment basically contest, a garment sewing contest. And we had a ton of people that entered quilts for some reason. And they really don't qualify. And so we were like, man, there's so many pretty quilts that people entered. We were like, man, we hate not to, let them have something. So we're going to have a little mini quilt contest as well. So basically we're separating all the quilts from the garments, and we're just going to basically do a People's Choice Award. So get your friends to go vote on your quilt if you want them to. And whoever wins that, we're just going to give them a $250 gift card. But all the garment contests, that will be basically the judges will be choosing that. We'll have a judge's choice for the best of show for the garment sewing contest. And then we'll have, naturally the People's Choice. And the People's Choice is basically just for fun. It's a popularity contest. If you can go get all your friends to go vote on you, it's just we need that to help share the channel, because the more shares we have, the more people watching, the more things that we can give away, and we can keep doing this. Because as y'all know, this is not just a free thing for us. This cost us quite a bit of money to do this show, and all the giveaways and putting all these guests and festivals on is a big undertaking. And so we got to have a little bit of support. So y'all make sure you go out there and get every friend that sews to come on and watch our show. And if you haven't, you're watching now and you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we really encourage you to go, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you haven't liked our Facebook page, go like our Facebook page, because all those things really make a difference. And I know you know that, Angela, just because your own page.
Well, I'm planning a big party. I haven't hit the party yet, though. So, Blaine, my big number for this year, 2 things. Instagram, when it hits 10K, I only have 9K. So that means 1,000 people have to go like it. And I have a big party planned and giveaways, which I'm sure you're going to be involved in. Yes. And then the other big one is YouTube. I'm almost to 60,000. That was my goal for this year. I still have a few months. So again, there's going to be huge giveaways. And the other thing is, like you just mentioned, then you'll get a notification when we go live. If you want to see the show, you never miss it. The YouTube's the best for that, because I get an email all the time when you go live. I get it on my phone. So if I'm out and about at the grocery store, I can still watch you, Blaine. But that goes the same for all of us. And the giveaways are so much fun. And that's what I'm going to do during my live for everyone who shows up live. I've got a couple surprise giveaways that I'm going to offer for just being there. And you do that every time they're here. So I think it's great. And you have to support everyone that teaches you sewing. Blaine, what you're doing here, remember those big events we used to do? It was so much fun, where I dropped my phone in the toilet, like those. This is so great because I can hang out even on my back deck, enjoying the outside, working on the computer, and watch what's happening. You never miss a beat, and the deals are crazy, and I don't have to travel. I can just hang out and with all of you guys. I love it. You have the virtual thing. Check.
Well, that's what we try to do. And it's kind of funny, I remember back years ago, I was on QVC with Oric Corporation, Oric Vacuum Cleaner Corporation. And I just kind of saw how they were doing things and just how many people were watching. They had have a counter up there. It shows you how many people's actually watching their TV broadcast. They have another one is how many orders are coming through with the products you're showing. It was incredible. I was so blown away by that. And then, like in 2018, we started doing live shows out here. And I remember talking to Kyle, like when we first started, it was just kind of like I guess we were just kind of a talk show. We would just talk and interview different people about things. And I told Kyle, I was like, you know what, we just start, offering some really good products and some really good prices for people, because they might want to be able to buy that like that. And so we kind of created our own kind of QVC HSN type show by doing this. And I think I think people love it. I think that it gives them the opportunity, like you said, they can sit at home, especially during COVID, you couldn't get out.
Oh God.
I think it opened up the world of sewing to so many people, but you could watch it from home. You could get educated on things. You could get really good prices on things. And, that's what I try to do. I try to go out there and really work with the manufacturers and get these special buys that I'm able to offer a deal, on it. And so that's what we really work hard doing. And, sometimes, and as everybody knows, sometimes you get good deals, sometimes you don't. But what I try to do is pass any savings I get from the manufacturer right to the customer, so they're getting a good price. And, naturally, most of the products we have, they call it MAP pricing. It's a minimum advertised price. So a lot of times I can't even say the price on air, and we can't show the price, but we say, hey, it's a call-in special. You call in and they can tell you over the phone what we'll sell it to you for. And I think that the SMP Nation out there knows that they can get some pretty good deals doing that.
Really? I heard about some of them. They're very, very good. Very good. Well, and one more thing, Blaine, is that you just said your event in February is already sold out. Well, you open 2 more days. And that's the thing, is where an event like this, if you can't travel or travel's inconvenient or it sells out, you still get to partake in it, which I think is really the best. And you do what? You've got the quilting one, the embroidery one, the sewing one, and then there's one more. Is it the holiday one or Christmas giveaway?
We do one show that's called Cyber Monday. That's just a one-day thing, and it's really fast-paced. We have a demo of a machine every 15 minutes, so we can try to get as many products on the air as we can. And then following that, right after that, is Countdown to Christmas. Now, this year, it's a little different. Normally, we do Cyber Monday, because it's always usually in November, and then we skip a week and come back for a full week for Countdown to Christmas. This year, since Cyber Monday is on December the 2nd, that Monday, that's the first Monday after Thanksgiving, we're just going to do the whole week. So we're basically, Monday will be Cyber Monday, and then Tuesday through Friday will be countdown to Christmas. So that's kind of how we're going to do it this year.
So I have to behave. My birthday is Black Friday this year, which gives me a really big excuse to go shopping. So I better save up a little bit so I don't spend it all before your big week.
Oh, I'm going to be emailing Win all kinds of ideas, things to get for you.
I could think of some. Hey, Blaine, I did see a couple questions come up that asked if they could purchase these designs. So these designs are exclusive to the Avenier. They come with the Avenier, but the thread you can sell to anyone. So can they go to your website and buy this thread or pre-order?
Well, they can't buy the thread through the website. They can go to their local brother retail store, or they can come in our retail store. The thread, it's going to be it's part of the Avenier bundle. However, you can buy it separately, but you can only buy it in retail. They don't allow it to be sold online right now.
Okay. But and the designs are not for sale. They only go with the Avenier's part of the bundle.
So there's the picture, Angela. You were showing the open thread, but these are what the thread boxes look like. It's got Angela's picture on it. It is a fantastic looking box of thread, and so this is what you're going to be looking for. I don't have the pricing on this yet, because guys, this is just like brand new. You're getting to see this first, hot off the press. I don't think anybody's even seen this before. But this is part of the Avenier bundle that we're going to have, and then we're going to be able to sell this thread by itself in the retail stores. So again, if you're local, Southern California, we invite you to come and see us at our San Marcos store. And if you're just nationwide, you got a local brother store, I encourage you to just go in that local brother store if you want to get some of this thread, Angela.
Yeah, and then just full disclosure, that photo of the thread was before they got all the thread in there. So they needed to manufacture. That's just a photo. That's not the picture of the actual thread.
Yeah,
so
the colors may not be representative.
There you go. They're all here, all of the rainbow. Well, at least my favorite part. So I had to pick all my favorite colors. I'm very bad at that, Blaine, because I get a little carried away. I would have had 100 if I was allowed, but.
Well, I think they should have let you have a 100 thread pack.
Oh, maybe next year.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Just like your favorite 100 spools of thread colors.
And then maybe adding some designs that everyone can purchase to play on their brother machine.
That's what we need. I'm gonna call brother this week. I'm gonna call him tomorrow and say, look, I want a thread pack and a design pack that we can sell online. That's an Angela Wolf exclusive.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that. So I'm going to go back and read the comments. So what kind of embroidery do you want? I already have 10 others in the back of my mind. This is so much fun. It's like painting. Although I'm not very good at painting. I'm much better at embroidery.
All right. So everybody out there right now in the chat, if you'd like to see an Angela Wolf exclusive thread bundle and design pack that we could sell online, put a number 1 in the chat right now and let us know. And then I'm going to call brother and say, hey, we had a ton of people that wants this, and so I think it would be a great thing for y'all to do, and we'll put the bug in their ear.
I love it, and I love number 1. That's my favorite. So, oh my gosh, Blaine, I cannot wait till next week. I'm so excited. Somebody asked me if I could have a meeting next week, and I said no. Next week I am busy because even if I'm not on here, I want to watch. I'm very, very excited. Look at all those ones. Oh my goodness, I love this. They're just like, thanks, guys. I love you.
Well, Angela, I just want to tell them one more time. If y'all want to go check out Angela's, website, go to angelawolf.com. It has all of her social media links on that page. You can go check her out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the different things that she does. Again, the Fabric to Fashion is her new show that she's doing. We're one of the major sponsors of that. And it has the information about her new show on there as well. So we encourage y'all to go. If you haven't seen episode 1, it's already been out. Go check that out. And episode 2 is coming. And so looking forward to all this. I mean, you got so much going on. And I can't thank you enough, Angela, for your support of our, Sewing Machines Plus as well. You are always willing to come on our shows. And just like today, this was just, we were talking yesterday and this was a spur of the moment. I was like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? And you're like, why do you ask? I said, well, I got my show tomorrow. I'm there.
I love it. It's like hanging out with a bunch of friends. I love all the chat. And Blaine, just so you know, you are the only one invited at this point, unless you say no. when I hit 60,000 YouTube viewers or 10,000 Instagram or both, I think you're going to have to come on my show, or I'm going to have to come over here on yours, and we got to have a big celebration with some
I'm
giveaways.
there. Just go ahead and put me down. I'm in. And you know what? We're really close to hitting 30,000 on our YouTube channel. So we're going to probably have to do something special when we hit 30. And so that'll be cool. And then, on Facebook, I think aren't we at 37,000, Kyle, or something like that? So, my goal on there was to hit 50,000 on the Facebook likes. And I'm wanting to get 50,000 on our YouTube channel. So we're not as big as you yet, but we're getting there.
Oh, hey, you're getting there. Maybe we'll have to do a double party. Why don't you guys make sure that they get to 50 and give me to 60, and we'll do a combo party. Now that would be fun.
That would be fun. So you got to go tell your friends all about this. Anybody you know that does sewing, make sure they come and watch Angela's shows, watch our shows. And the biggest thing is just subscribe to our YouTube channel. And subscribe to Angela's, because what happens, YouTube sees that and it actually helps us out as far as our placement. And when you do searches on YouTube, you get searched better the more people watch and more subscribers you have.
And it is helpful. And again, then you don't miss any shows. And that's my favorite thing, is I subscribe. Even if I'm not busy that day and I can't watch, I know that there was a live show and I can go back and watch it. So,
and, Angela, a lot of people don't know this, but if you want to, a lot of times you can go to YouTube, and at the tabs at the top, you can just hit live and it'll show you live shows that are going on YouTube at that time.
I didn't know that. I'm usually searching for specific people.
You can do that too, but if you just wanted to see any live show that's going on YouTube, you can just hit the live tab and it'll show you any category of live shows that are going on. And so, but the thing about it is, if you subscribe to us and you hit that live tab, it'll show you if we're on at that time as well. It will be in that search. So
that's
but
nice.
It's better just to subscribe and know you'll get the notifications when we're going live. It'll just pop up and say we're live. So, but we try to schedule our shows so you'll know exactly when we're going to be on and you don't have to guess. But hey, one of the things too I wanted to talk about, Angela, before you get off here, SewFest, the educational part of it is so awesome. And we've got, the best of the best, I really feel like. But we've got one of your good friends is going to be on here too, is Joanne Banko.
Oh yes, I saw you've Joanne, you've got Emily, you have Sarah Betzer, Cindy Hogan, Reen. So many of these people that I work with and cherish and I consider good friends. You've got a lot going. What date? So I see Joanne was in the chat. When is she coming on? Do you know?
Oh, Joanne in the chat. I don't have the schedule in front of me right now. I don't remember, but Joanne I try to get Joanne to, and if you're in the chat, Joanne, hey, Joanne, I've always tried to get Joanne because, one of the things about Joanne, she is so detail oriented and she is such a good educator. And I remember, this is how I met Joanne. I actually met her at a brother convention one year, and I was in one of the classes that she was involved in. And I was so blown away. I think she was like a helper. She wasn't even the educator. She was helping. And
really?
Right. I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, Joanne, you can correct me on that, but she was a helper in there, like helping the educator. But to me, she was better. The information she was giving was so much better than the actual educator that was teaching the class. I was blown away by it. And so I remember going up and meeting her. And I remember telling the head of brothers, I said, you've got a gym with this lady right here. She's a rock star. And I got her information and I was like, I'm going to get her as many times as I can. And as you were part of that whole initial event things that we started doing way back when. And you and Joanne doing a lot of things with me. And I tell you, she's just, you both of you are incredible. And y'all been great friends of mine for a long, long time. And I just always love working with both of you. And Joanne is just one of those too, that she's the sweetest lady you'll ever meet too.
Oh, so much fun. Those events were so much fun. And then you added Reen to the mix.
Yep.
And I just remember there was a lot of favorites, but I remember going to San Antonio and everybody's like, you got to go on the Riverwalk. So Blaine says, I'll take you all on the Riverwalk. So we all go down the Riverwalk. Oh my gosh. So much fun. And then me, who's on the water all the time, I'm like walking by, I'm afraid of heights, and I'm walking by the river. I'm like, I'll walk on this side of the street. Blaine's like, what's wrong with you? I go,
I got
like
to
being
tell
on
you
the
a
water.
really quick, funny story about the Riverwalk. Okay. So, we had stores in San Antonio at that time. And so I was in San Antonio quite often. And, we went down, we had that big event. We went to the Riverwalk and all that. But one time I was doing it was at Christmas. Okay. And I was doing a Christmas party out for my employees. And Michelle and I drove to San Antonio and went out there to do the Christmas party. And we decided to go eat at the Riverwalk that night. So we were in a hotel. I think we took a shuttle down to there so we wouldn't have to park. Took a shuttle, went down right on the Riverwalk, went to a Mexican restaurant. We're eating our dinner. I was in shorts and a t-shirt. Michelle was in a little, I think she had jeans on and a little tank top with a little, warm-up top over it, and it was 75 degrees. Perfect weather, because usually San Antonio is so hot. It was just perfect weather. We were loving it. We went in and we're eating. We were in there an hour, Angela. We came out, it was 35 degrees.
Are you serious? How does that happen?
Some kind of cold front came in, and it was the biggest temperature drop in San Antonio's history. And we walked out, we were like freezing. So we walk up and we're waiting on our shuttle to come and get us. And the wind started blowing. It dropped down to below freezing. And we were up there. It was like 31 degrees, 30 degrees or something. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. And we found this little cubby hole in this building where we were supposed to be waiting just to try to get out of the wind. It was so freaking cold. That's my memory of San Antonio now in the Riverwalk, is that when Michelle and I went down there.
That is not a good memory at all. I mean, that and Michelle probably had on a super cute sundress. She's probably freezing to death.
It was just insane how the temperature dropped that. It was December, but it was usually in December in San Antonio. It doesn't get that bad, but it was just some freak cold front come through. And it was just insane. And the next day, the whole day, it was like, below freezing, and it stayed for a few days after that. But yeah, Michelle and I got caught in that, and I'll never forget that. We were just like, people were looking at us like we were insane because I was in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, I would have. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, that doesn't even happen in Michigan. I mean, it's 80 today, and tomorrow's going to be 60, but that's about as far as we're going. That's our cold front.
So that taught us one thing. We start looking at the weather a little bit more often now than we go places.
Oh gosh, great memories. Okay, last one. I got to share this one because Joanne's in here. What about the time you made us eat those things with legs? What were those things? Crawfish, maybe?
Crawfish. Well, yeah. Joanne, I'll give her, she's the crawfish champ. So I got to tell y'all what, I took Angela and Joanne and Reen and a few people. We went to a just Cajun restaurant down in Louisiana, and they had I ordered alligator. We had frog legs, we had crawfish, all these different things. And Angela wouldn't get close to any of it.
I ate a frog leg. And I had a piece of catfish, which they eat dirt. So I was like, really?
Reen tried it, and I don't think she was like too responsive to it either. But Joanne ate 3 pounds of crawfish. I mean, she had this huge, which 3 pounds is not a ton because you don't.
And Joanne's like this big around, by the way. So I don't even know where she put all that food.
But it's so funny. I looked over at Joanne, and we taught her how to, eat the crawfish. I looked over at her. She's sweating. She's all red because it had so much hot sauce, the spices on it. But it didn't stop her. She was a champ. She tore that up, and I think she became a crawfish fan after that.
Joanne's probably laughing so hard she can't breathe. So Joanne, this is a laugh with you, not at you.
But my wife, I tell you, Michelle, she's, y'all, you've been around her, little 120-pound, little thin girl, and just, you wouldn't believe, but she can eat. She eats crawfish with the best of them. I mean, I've never seen anybody can tear crawfish up, and she's got it down. She's so fast. She can eat a pound of it before I can even peel a couple. I mean, it's just amazing. So she loves it.
I think we got to have a live crawfish, virtual crawfish.
We need to get her and Joanne eating crawfish. That would be great. Yeah, but Michelle would, I don't think anybody around can probably hang with Michelle when it comes to eating crawfish, because she can tear it up. But we've had a couple crawfish bowls out here that we go to. It's crazy. LSU alumni puts the largest crawfish bowl in the world on in San Diego.
Really?
And
I thought Louisiana would have that one
I
hands
would
down.
too, but there's 5,000 to 10,000 people show up to this thing. It is incredible. We've been going. I think we've went to 3 or 4 of them. And but yeah, it's kind of crazy. You're in San Diego and you see all this purple and gold LSU stuff, and it's pretty crazy. And they always bring in a Louisiana band to play, so it's a lot of fun.
That's funny. Helen, are you here? Because you better go. You better go to San Diego next.
Well, Angela, I know you have a timeline you got to get going, but we sure do appreciate you coming on this morning and chatting with us and talking about all the great, exciting things you got going. And hopefully everybody will get over there and like your page and subscribe to your YouTube channel. And next week, tune in, because you'll get to see Angela. She's got 2 parts to her education session on SewFest, and we look forward to seeing you next week, Angela.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Blaine, thank you. Thanks,
All
SMP Nation, Wolfpack. See you soon.
All right, we'll see you later. All right, well, there you have it. You got to see Angela, and that was great. That was a good surprise, wasn't it, Kyle? Yeah. Well, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about a brand new machine before we get out of here today. And we got a little video I'm going to show you first. And this is, we've got a brand new TL-18. This is by Juki, okay? So we're going to show you a video. If y'all remember Kelly Luttrell, Kelly's going to talk a little bit about, I've got a video of her. She's showing the normal TL-18. And then I'm going to unlaunch the brand new, it's a special edition. It's actually a collector's edition model of this. And we'll talk a little bit about it. And we're going to tell you how you can get one of them, because I got to tell them the backstory on this, Kyle. Yeah. This machine is so good looking. It's in that really beautiful silver color. Yep. And they only got 500 of them in the United States. Excuse me. Juki's already sold out the first 500. Yep. What happens is they allocated so many to each dealer. And so the first batch is already sold out. We've already sold 30 something of them of the first batch. So they're getting another 500 coming in December. We're getting 100 of those. Yep. We got a little bit more of those, but we've already started selling of that 100, the second batch. We've already started selling some of those. So these will sell out extremely fast. So we're going to take pre-orders today. So if you want to get one of them, excuse me.
That's all there is. So if you don't have a deposit to reserve your spot in line right now, you will not get one.
That's
all there is.
Yeah, these are going to go really fast, and they will quit making them. They did this on the 2010, if you remember. They called it the 2020. Yeah. It was a limited edition, and once those are gone, they're gone. They won't bring it back.
And so to put it into perspective, this launched on August 30th. Over the first 500 have already sold out. So you probably have till about next week, and that's it.
They sold out basically in 6 days.
Yes. Yeah.
6 days, they completely sold 500 units. Yes. We got 500 coming December. Yes. We got 100 of the second unit. So we will sell those 100 just like that. So if y'all want to get on this today, I would try to go ahead and reserve it. It's $50 deposit. It's all it requires. Yep. The price is going to be $18.99 on the machine. But we're going to show you the video so you can kind of see what the 18 does. And then I'll tell you a little bit about it, and then we'll show you pictures of the brand new collector's edition. So Kyle wrote that video.
Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here today to talk to you about the Juki TL-18QVP, or better known as Haruka. Haruka in Japanese is beyond. And yes, this sewing machine will take you beyond with all of your projects with the professional sewing that it does. I love this machine. And I'll be honest, Kennedy, yes, I own this machine. But when Juki talked to me about a straight stitch, I thought, why just a straight stitch? Now I get it. It is quality commercial sewing. So as you probably know, Juki is the largest commercial machine in the world. And what we do is we take that research and development and we put it into our home machines. This particular machine is semi-industrial. One of the reasons is it's aluminum die cast, so it's very strong. And that's on every TL machine. A couple of the things that Haruka does differently, I'll let you know. But first off, they all have the same body. Really strong, hard metal, great machine. Okay, so let's talk about the other things. We're going to take a little tour, and I'm going to do some sewing. I'm going to show the accessories. We're going to have a lot of fun. This is the pressure on the presser foot. It will adjust your pressure higher and lower for different fabrics. That's pretty standard on machines. But this piece over here is not. This is an exclusive from our industrial side. And this is the one reason I would buy the Haruka. Now I'm dialing this dial up, and I just put the presser foot down so that when I dial this up, you can see the front and that whole foot come up. Isn't that fantastic? So that is awesome for inconsistent weights of fabric. When I'm binding a quilt, when I'm hemming my denim jeans, when I'm sewing my leather bags, that is what I want to put on the buckles, because what you get is a consistent straight stitch with that micro lift, or what we love to call the floating foot. Another unique feature on the TLs is this auxiliary, or the pre-tension. It actually governs your thread before your thread hits the main tension. For example, like I love the polyester thread that's clear. So generally, this kind of takes out the kinks before it gets to that tension. How fabulous is that? So other things, you've got the pre-tension, the tension. I have my stitch length dial over on the right. That goes from 0 to 6 millimeters. That 6 millimeters gives you a really nice long basting stitch. I also have a needle up-down function, so I can bring that needle up or down anytime. I have a thread cutter. I also have a lever for locking the stitch, for reversing, so when I'm garment sewing, I can lock my seams. And then the feed dogs I can raise and lower for freeform quilting if I so choose. The machine just comes with this extension table that I have on, and I love it for quilting or when I have a lot of fabric. It just is a nice flat way to sew. I also get a knee lift with the machine that raises and lowers the presser foot. And I can raise and lower it also from the back, and I can lift it a little higher too. Okay. The other things that it comes with, let's take a look at it. The presser foot that comes with it is a straight stitch foot, or as my quilting friends let me know, this is the scant 1/4 inch foot. The machine, though, also comes with a 1/4 inch foot with a guide, and that I love for piecing. It's fantastic. It also comes with the compensating foot, the 1/4 inch. That is really nice when I'm sewing around leather bags. You get a really nice straight stitch. I also get the adjustable zipper foot. So I can use this on the right or left of the needle. And again, I use this for top stitching too. This is, and you're going to love this, quilters, it comes with 3 different feet for freeform quilting: 1/4 inch, 5th, and an open toe. These 2 I can do echo quilting with if I so choose. And then this one is open toe. So when I'm practicing my stippling, that's the one I like to use. Okay. I get a narrow hem foot. I get the walking foot with the guide. Now, the reason the Haruka is the top line, it comes fully loaded with accessories. So if you're thinking about adding accessories, this one comes really fully loaded. And this walking foot, I got to show that I quilted this with polyester clear thread on this ultra suede. Of course, I printed it on my Rico printer first, but this channel quilting was so easy with that guide. It made me look like a pro. So here are all the things that comes with it. It comes with bobbins, screwdrivers, and oil. Let's talk about maintenance, because the maintenance is easy on the Haruka. You want to delint the machine and oil it about every 8 hours of sewing. So you can get to the bobbin area with this door, and I'm just going to lift this up because it's a side loading bobbin. That's how you get that perfect straight stitch. It's a full rotary. So I'm going to go in and find my lever, and then I'm just going to put it back into the machine using the lever. And I can feel that it locks into place so that I'm all set to go. Now, maintenance, we're going to talk about that, because where do you oil it? Every 8 hours of sewing, you'll want to oil it in that shuttle, right where your bobbin goes, in that shuttle area. So it's easy to maintenance. Now, once or twice a year, I can also totally clean this machine because I have oil areas up here. I can delint it everywhere. And I can also get on the bottom because there's a trap door to get more lint out of there. So you can actually service this machine yourself. Okay. And I've got my bobbin back in there. So delinting about every 8 hours. Changing the needle is important. I change my needle after every project. Right now I'm working on a leather tote bag, so I'm using a leather needle. There's standard sewing needles, flat to the right, curved to the left. So we built it with a needle threader for you. So let me go through the top threading, and then we'll use that needle threader. The top threading is easy. I'm just going to go through the S curve, okay? And if I had a finer thread like that polyester clear, I'm going to go through all 3. Then I'm going to go through the auxiliary tension, through the main tension, up through the take-up lever, and then there's 2 thread guides on the left. Now, if you have this machine or wanting this machine, you're going to want to know how to use that needle threader. I love it. I am just going to press down the button, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thread to the left. There's a metal piece on the left. And then I'm going to take it to the right. Now, if you've been unsuccessful with this needle threader, pay attention right here, because this is when people tend to pull the thread. Don't pull it, because what it's doing is when I release the needle threader, it pulls it right through the eye of the needle. It's that easy. So I can thread my needle, and then I am ready to sew. Speaking of threads, I just want to point out to you folks who do quilting or anything else that I just use cone thread when I'm piecing because I use neutral colors. So it does come with a cone holder too, which is so nice. The difference between the Haruka and 2018, the accessories come fully loaded with the Haruka. You also get the floating foot with the Haruka, which to me is a make it break it, because I like to sew bags. So let's take a look at that straight stitch. I have a couple of pieces of cotton. And again, my quilting friends tell me that that edge of that guide is perfect for the scant 1/4 inch. So I'm going to start sewing. And remember, you can go 1,500 stitches per minute, but you're in charge. I can adjust the speed the way I want to sew. So let's crank it up. And there you go. That's 1,500 stitches per minute. So on the ankle of my power pedal, I can press it and have it cut the thread. So let me grab the power pedal. So because I want to talk about it, it's very special. The blue part of the power pedal, that's a tongue catcher. I'm going to put my ball of my foot on the blue to get the most power. I use the ankle to cut. But what if you don't want to cut? There are times when I don't. I'm learning how to quilt, so when I'm piecing, this piece will go on the back of the power pedal and it will cancel that action. So you're not accidentally hitting that ankle and then cutting your fabric or your thread, I'm sorry, when you're in the middle of a seam. So that's really nice. So it's very nice, and I'm going to show you the stitch quality because, again, on the Haruka, you're going to get a perfect stitch every time. That's what I love about it. So I have some thicker fabric. I want to show you that floating foot. And this is one of the main differences. It's really the floating foot and some of the accessories. So I'm going to make this a little bit bulkier, okay? So when I come up, when I'm sewing, once I get to that bulk, I can adjust. Okay, and I can keep sewing. And what that delivers for me is a consistent stitch. And I can cut my threads. Look how consistent that stitch is. That's what I want. Whether I'm sewing on leather, whether I'm sewing on silk or denim, the Haruka is going to give you that consistent stitch. So think about it when you're sewing on that binding on a quilt. You may be going through 6, maybe 8 layers, depending on the seams. So that floating foot really, really comes out nicely. Okay. So that is the main difference. The other one is the collection of accessory, but the strength and durability goes through the whole TL line. It's a very nice, strong machine. I'm going to get brave today and show you how to set up the machine for freeform quilting, because that's the other thing I get. How do I do? Now, you guys know that it takes a little practice, and I'm learning right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a freeform foot. And let's go with the open toe foot, because that one I can see what I'm doing. So to change this to do open sewing, I'm just going to loosen my presser foot. If you add accessories, this is a high shank in presser foot. And I'm going to put on the freeform foot. Okay. So that's on, and that's open in the front, so I can see what I'm doing. Now, I have a fabric sandwich here. Okay, so I'm just going to put that under the foot, and I'm going to lower my feed dog. So right now, it really doesn't matter what my stitch length is set at, because I'm in charge. I'm moving that fabric. The other thing I want to make sure of is that I lower my presser foot. And just to know where the lower thread is, I'm going to bring it up, and I'm just going to pull it through. I hope you noticed that when I was sewing before, I don't have to bring the bobbin thread up. It engages. But when I'm freeforming, I want to know where those are. So when I'm doing freeform quilting, I'm going to take my speed down to about a half. What you want to get is you want to get a good rhythm moving the fabric engaged with your speed. So you can adjust the speed how you like, but also Juki makes these great hoops for freeform quilting. This is the smaller one. We also make a bigger one for that long arm. So I'm just going to put this on the machine, just guide it back there. And remember, I'm still teaching myself, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start, I'm going to take the knee lift off just to have more range here. And I'm just going to start sewing. I'm going to take a few stitches in place. And then what I do is just move my fabric. It's just that easy. So remember, the Haruka is a semi-professional straight stitch machine. You get a durable machine that goes 1,500 stitches per minute. It comes fully loaded with all the accessories you need. It comes with that 1/4 inch foot with a guide. It comes with that straight stitch or scant 1/4 inch. It also comes with this extension table and a knee lift and a cover for the machine. So if you were just thinking about the Haruka, I know Sewing Machines Plus and Kennedy is going to give you a great deal on this machine. And if there are any questions out there for me on Juki and the Haruka, let me know. But just the difference, if you own the 2010, the floating foot is not on there. And The accessories are the other big difference. So the Haruka will go fast. It'll go from leather to silk and still give you a perfect quality stitch every time. I'm going to go back and practice my freeform quilting that actually I'm getting better at every day. But keep in mind, this machine can sew for you professionally and it'll be strong and durable. So whether this is a beginner machine or you're adding to your collection of Jukis, you can't go wrong with the Haruka.
All right. Well, thanks, Kelly, for the video. So here's the machine. So Kyle's going to put the new machine up there so y'all can see it. This is it. This is the new TL-18. This is the collector's edition. It's in that beautiful silver color. This thing looks so good. The price on it is $18.99. Now we are taking $50 deposits for the pre-order. And like I said again, this thing is going to sell out. The first 500 that came into the country has already sold out. We've already sold out our allocation. We're getting the second allocation we're basically getting more than any other dealer in the country. We're getting 100 of the next 500. And we've already started selling into that 100. The second batch is already starting to sell. And we've got a feeling, Kyle, that's going to go pretty fast too, don't you?
I think everything's sold out by next week.
Yeah, it's probably going to sell out in a week. If, worst case scenario, 2 weeks, but I think it's going to sell out faster than that. This thing is, everybody just loves it. It's got that collector's edition badge on it. And again, this thing is just like the standard TL-18 that Kelly was demonstrating there, but it's got, this new collector's edition. You're going to get a certificate of authenticity with this, and it comes with 10 feet. Now, one thing about the Juki, and a lot of people know this Juki is basically a portable industrial machine. I mean, you can almost say it like that, because this thing, you can sew leather, you can sew so many things with this. It's got a lot of penetrating power with that needle. And again, it's portable, and it has that extension table that comes with it as well. And these things are just workhorses. We have sold so many of the standard TL-18s, and everybody who has them absolutely loves them. It's extremely fast. It stitches at 1,500 stitches per minute. And, and it's got so many great functions on it. The LED lights on it that they've added on these are really bright compared to years past with all the other machines. It's got that needle up, down, slow motion stitch. This thing too only weighs 25 pounds. So extremely lightweight for that type of machine. Now, if you compare that, Kyle, you know how heavy an industrial machine is. Yes. Industrial machines, if y'all have never picked one up, those industrial Jukis, those things weigh probably about 100 pounds.
A lot.
They're so heavy to lift up and put in a table. To get a machine that has this kind of punching power and this speed for 25 pounds and it's portable, is pretty incredible. Again, guys, if you're interested in one of these, don't delay. Get on that phone right now and get a pre-order, or you can just go right to the website. Kyle has the link on it as well on smplive.tv. You can see the machine. But I would encourage you, if you're interested in this, go look at it. Look at all the pictures. We've got some great photos of it on the page. It tells you all of the information about it. And you can actually pre-order it right from our website, or you can just give us a call at 800-401-8151 and speak to one of our sales reps, and they can take your order as well. We do have some special financing available if you need that. But go ahead right now. We're only requiring a $50 deposit to hold your place, to ensure that you get one of these. Because again, 500 have already sold. We're only getting another 500 in the country. And of those 500, Sewing Machines Plus is only getting 100 of them. Yep. And I can tell you from past experience, when the 2020s came out, we sold it more than anybody in the country, and we sold out in a week. So just telling y'all, this thing is going to go fast. People love this. And the color on the picture, Kyle, really doesn't do it justice. This machine is so good looking in person to see it. You just can't, you have to see it to appreciate the color. It is just such a beautiful color. And they knocked a home run with this again. Yeah. So again, guys, give us a call, 800-401-8151 if you want one of these. All right, tell us in the chat what you think of the new Juki, if you like the looks of that. And
Looks sharp.
it is. It's just a sleek looking machine.
Is
in
it
the
silver?
color.
Yes, it is.
It
It's
is silver.
technically platinum.
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 Yeah, that's the color they're calling it. It's platinum. But it is. It's the same color. If y'all remember the 2020 when they had that limited run of those, it's that same color. And it says one of the best machines you will ever buy.
Yeah, it's true.
I believe that too, Renee.
And it's a collector's edition too. The quality's there, and it's a collector's edition.
Yeah, you're going to have something pretty special that, and so we're pretty excited about this because I was wanting Juki. Actually, we talked to Juki about making more of the limited edition 2020s, and they said nope, we just can't do it. This is all you're getting, and when they're gone, they're gone. So again, this one is the same way. When this next 500 is gone, it's gone. So again, if y'all want to get one of these, get your order in today. $50 deposit. And then when it comes in, you can pay the remaining balance, and we'll get it shipped right out to you. And we'll notify you as soon as they hit our docks. We'll send you an email and let you know that they're here, or even give you a call and let you know they're here. So, all right, Kyle, I think it's giveaway time.
Giveaway.
Y'all ready to win some stuff? I haven't given away anything in a while. It's been a while since I've been here. Jeez. Yeah. All right, first thing we're going to give away today, we're going to give away some of our event bags. Everybody loves these things. They're a pack of 8. There are 8 different colors. They have unique sayings on each side of the bags, and we're going to give some of those away. So, Kyle, if you want to type in the chat right now, let's just put bag, B-A-G. Y'all put bag in the chat if you want a chance to win these, and we'll give you just a couple seconds to do that, and we'll spin that wheel and see who wins. All right, you ready to go, Kyle?
Ready.
Let's spin. Lisa Marie is our winner, and Lisa is watching today from YouTube. So congratulations, Lisa. To claim your bags, what we need you to do is go to SewingMachinesPlus.com. Once you get to that page, you're going to scroll down toward the bottom of that page. You'll see a form where you fill out to claim your prize, fill out all that information complete, hit submit, and once we get that in, we'll get your bag pack sent right out to you. All right, next up, we are going to give away one of our gift cards, and this is a $25 gift card at SMP. You can use this at the checkout. If you're local, you can bring it in the code into the retail store, and they'll honor it there as well. So what I need you to do in the chat, put card, C-A-R-D, in the chat right now to win this, and we'll give you a few seconds to get this. Now, what we're going to do with this, if you do win it, we'll email you a code, and that code is what you'll use at checkout, and that code is basically going to take $25 off your purchase once it's in your shopping cart. So basically, anything you want to buy, Kyle, in the shopping cart, even if it was on sale,
that's half of your deposit for the new machine.
There we go. But you can pay half your deposit for the new TL-18. That would work. All right, Kyle, spin that wheel.
Spin it.
Nancy Hedrick Brandt. Nancy Hedrick Brandt. So Nancy, you are our winner. She is watching today from YouTube. So congratulations, Nancy. How to claim that prize, Nancy, you need to go to SewingMachinesPlus.com. And once you get to that page, you're going to scroll down to the bottom where it says claim my prize, fill out all that information complete. More importantly, make sure you have that email address in there correctly. Hit submit, and once we get that in, we will email you back a gift card code. And all you'll have to do is put that code in at checkout, and it'll save you $25 on your purchase. All right, next up, we are going to give away one of our world-famous SewMats. Now, speaking of SewMats, Kyle, I am working on a couple new colors, and I'm working on a new size.
Oh, a new size?
Because we
bigger or smaller?
It's bigger. We have extra large right now but these brand new machines that we've got in,
double XL.
We're going to go a double XL mat for that. And I'm working on a couple special colors. So stay tuned for that. Working on that right now. And this kind of takes a little while to get done because there's artwork and a lot of different things that happen. But so stay tuned for that. We'll have that announcement as soon as we know when they're coming.
For the new top of the line machine.
Yes, they're going to be geared toward the new top of the line bigger machines. All right, so these guys, if you haven't got a SewMat, I always say this: you're doing your machine a disservice. Make sure y'all purchase one of these if you haven't done so yet. These things are absolutely awesome. And then just to tell you, we have sold tens of thousands of these SewMats because everybody loves these things to put on their machines. And we got 12 different colors, 4 sizes in each color. And I actually just got in the special blueberry color.
Got more blueberries.
We got some more blueberry color. That was kind of a unique color that people kind of like. It's between that purple and the brother blue.
That one happened on accident.
It did happen on accident. And it happened on accident again.
Yeah, the manufacturer sent
they sent us, we ordered purple and they sent us blueberry again. So we're going to have some of those. We got them in stock right now. We're going to have a special on those so y'all can jump on that. I think they're only in the extra large size too. But anyway, they're from $29.99 all up to $49.99. But we're going to give somebody one right now. So what I need you to do in the chat, just put SEW in the chat. So SEW in the chat for your chance to win one of these. And this will be pretty cool if you get one. But if you don't, just get on there and buy you one. And we have them, Kyle, small enough to put under sergers. And right now, the extra large size we have will fit most of the bigger machines, but it's a little small for the biggest, newest, latest, greatest machines out there because the embroidery arm is so big on these ones. So, all right, Kyle, spin that wheel. Roberto Wright. So Roberta Wright is our winner. What's her name from YouTube? So congratulations, Roberta. What we need you to do to claim that mat is go to smplive.tv. And once you get there, Roberta, you want to scroll down toward the bottom of that page where it says claim a prize, fill out all that information complete. And most importantly, there's a little note section. We want you to tell us what size of SewMat you want, what color. And once we get that information, we'll get it right out to you. And if y'all want to see all the different sizes, you can just go to SewingMachinesPlus.com. At the very end of the search bar, type it SewMat. Once you get there, it'll take you to the SewMat page. You can look at all the different colors, all the sizes, and it shows you the dimensions of each size so you can fit them onto your machine and get one ordered. All right, next up, we are going to give away a sewing machine. So what I need to do right now, everybody put the word Encore, ENCORE, in the chat right now. And this is going to be your chance to win an Encore 260A sewing machine. Now, this was a machine that was made special just for Sewing Machines Plus, and the quality on this is actually pretty incredible. We did a stitch off between it and some $7,000 machines, and had people to try to judge which stitch was on which machine, and they couldn't judge. They couldn't tell. So that just tells you it's got a great stitch quality on it. So great machine, portable machine, $379, and it's the normal price on this. And so one of y'all are going to get it. So go ahead, Kyle, spin that wheel.
There we go.
We'll see who's going to get to go home with a brand new Encore 260A machine today. A. Smith. So congratulations, A. Smith, watching today from YouTube. So how you're going to claim that prize is go to smplive.tv, scroll down to the bottom of the page where it says claim my prize, fill out all that information complete, hit submit, and we will get that shipped out to you. Now you have 30 days, every one of y'all, to claim your prizes. And if you don't claim it, guess what, Kyle? It goes back into the prize.
We give it away.
Yep. And we'll give it to somebody else. How do you think about that? Well, hey, let us know in the chat right now if you've enjoyed today's show. Great talking to Angela Wolf. It was awesome seeing Joanne Banko in the chat today, as always. And sometimes Reem Wilcox even jumps in our chat.
We saw Joanne.
I didn't see Reem, but we saw Joanne. So thank you, Joanne, for joining in. And if you want to see Joanne next week, Joanne will be teaching a class on SewFest. We encourage y'all all to make sure you write that down. It's going to start Monday. It'll be starting at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And so that'll be 10 a.m. Central. And we'll come on air. And we got a lot in store for you. It's going to be a very fast pace all day long. We got a lot of great products. We got some new vendors too, Kyle, that's never been on our show before. Going to be on there. It's going to be pretty incredible. So a lot of fun stuff. Even got some new educators that's never been on our show, I think. So I think there's about 50 different people.
There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people this time. We got a big show. Super excited. And this time too, that's never really been on SoFest. We have Off and Vikings will be on our show for the first time as a sponsor. And so they're sponsoring, coming in, and they're going to have Off and Viking going to be on there.
They usually don't sell online, so this is one of the first big events where they have all the best machines they can sell online.
Yeah, so we sell all the Viking and all the FOF machines online now, and before you couldn't sell them online. So this is going to be pretty awesome for them to be on the first time. So we've got a lot of great product to show you. So this will be fun. I'm looking really forward to this one. This is going to be a big SoFest for us. It's probably going to be the biggest one we've ever done in SoFest. So we hope that you do join in. Make sure you tell all your friends about it so they can come and join in. And guess what, Kyle? One winner has a chance to win Dream Studio. $1,000, $25,000 Dream Studio giveaway we're going to do, which is an incredible prize package we put together. We're going to be giving prizes away each day during the show. And also, the people who entered a garment, they have a chance to win a really good prize package as well. So y'all tune in to see who does that.
Mini quilt fest for everyone else.
Yeah, and we're going to have whoever entered a quilt. You don't qualify because it's a garment sewing contest, and we're going to be sticklers and stick to our rules. But we thought since we had so many that did put a quilt, we're going to do a little mini quilt contest. And here's the other thing, Kyle. What we're going to do. We're going to have a little mini quilt contest separate. We'll do a $250 gift card for that. But we're going to also allow you to re-enter it into Quilt Fest in March of 2025. Yeah. So if you want to enter that same quilt, you can enter it again. Because we usually say if you've entered it in any kind of contest, you can't enter it in another one. But we're going to let you do it in that one. So trying to accommodate everybody, that we're going to be sticklers. If you worked hard for that garment, you're the only one that can come in there. And I think even people put home decor.
Yeah,
home decor doesn't count either. So it's just garment sewing for this one. And, so anyway, we appreciate. We had a ton of people entered. I think 94 entries.
Yeah, almost 100 people.
Almost 100 people entered product, and we've opened it up for voting already. So if you want to go vote, go check it out right now. You can go to SewingMachinesPlus.com on the homepage up there, or you can just do is it on the homepage, Kyle? Or do they need to go to the event
page?
All right, so go to SewingMachinesPlus.com. At the very top of the page up there, there'll be an events tab, events and classes. Click on that. It'll take you to a product page. You'll see Quilt or SoFest. Click on the SoFest tab. It'll take you to the SoFest page. You can see all the presenters, read their bios. You'll see all the rules, and you can also check out and look at all the entries on that. And again, only the garments are going to be counting for the judges' best of show. And then the quilts on there, we are going to let them do a popularity contest, basically people's choice if you want to vote on that, and they'll be battling out for one $250 gift card. But y'all can go check that out as well and see all that. So we appreciate y'all's support, and we hope that y'all have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see every one of y'all here Monday morning, bright and early. Kyle, Kyle will be here with me.
Bright and early for us.
Early. And we got to get here about a couple hours before we go on air. So
we're West Coast. I'm a year 6 a.m.
Kyle's he's a 6 a.m.er. He'll be here at 6 a.m. Pacific time. So anyway, thank y'all for joining in. We will see y'all next week. So long.